adore you. Te quiero decir, te elijo a ti, si me dan a elegir, te elijo a ti, para poder vivir, te elijo a ti, es lo que me hace sentir. Lo que siento es tan fuerte, imposible no elegirte, ahora que estás aquí. Lo que siento es tan fuerte, imposible. Hello, welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing really well. You will not be able to miss me today in this luminous set. I didn't bring many running outfits with me, but if you didn't know, I'm back in Spain, back for 10 days this time. It's been about 3 days since we got here and I've just been busy filming loads of new recipes and just feel like I'm in my element when I come to Spain at the moment. Like I really feel like it's where I feel like I can thrive, and probably a mixture of the weather, and I just love the vibe here and how chilled it is. So it feels really nice to be back. It's just me and Mason at the minute, and then my dad's actually coming out tomorrow, so we've just been trying to get as much like work done. I did have my hair up this morning, if you're wondering why it's like half slicked back. Was gonna go and train legs, but then there's been the biggest thunderstorm in Spain, like big thunder and lightning streaks. The Wi-Fi went off and everything. It seems to have cleared, and I really have been like I don't know if I've just not been feeling going on a run or if I've just been procrastinating, so I've decided I'm going to go for a run. Let's hope I don't get struck by lightning. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I've also changed how I've done my makeup today, so I've done like a natural no foundation makeup look, and if you're also someone who doesn't have flawless skin like me, like I have spots and blemishes and scars, I found it really hard with finding like a good no makeup look that either just doesn't come off or just doesn't look like I'm too glowy. I have quite oily skin, so I've been testing out some natural makeup looks, which is actually something what I've kind of journaled about. So when I was on the plane over here, that sounds like I've jetted over here, when I flew my plane. I always think flights are the most inspiring times, and you're in a different headspace, aren't you? I feel like on a flight, and you can just think about things clearly, probably because your phone's on airplane mode as well and you haven't got any incoming notifications. What gets me is like it was only a 2-hour flight, and I feel like I just did more than what I can sometimes do in a day in this 2 hours. And I basically just was journaling, going through like what's working well at the minute, because sometimes with journaling and prompts you can always be focusing on like what you're not doing, what self-growth you need to do. When you actually write things that are going well and like where you are right now compared to where you were last year or a few years ago, like it gives you such a good feeling, and then obviously that compounds into other stuff when you create more of that good feeling. So basically one thing that I want to work on is like finding a better makeup routine, because I feel like my current one, like I like it, but I want to be able to wear something like more natural and that doesn't take too long, and I can wear it to the gym and it's just like more like effortless rather than having to wear foundation every day. We're gonna have a productive day together today, so I'll bring you along with me. And here is what I'm wearing for this run. So it's this lime, it's actually like a lime greeny yellow night set that Mace got me for my birthday. Just hoping it doesn't chafe. I haven't ran in it in a while. Like there's not much of a long undershort with it, but I really like the colour. And then I've just got a Gymshark sports bra underneath. I've tucked it under because it wasn't very flattering when it was out, I feel like. Right, I've brought some running stuff with me. So I've got these pink glasses from High Stride, and then, oh my god, don't know if this is a good idea, I've got these lightning bolt socks. Is that just manifesting being flipping electrocuted? Oh, let's hope not. That's a bit weird though that I've picked these socks. God, I've really got all the colours going on. This isn't really intentional, but I didn't bring loads of stuff with me. And then I'm running my Asics Nova Blasts. I actually put these in the wash yesterday, and I'm surprised that they're totally dry. Like they've dried so quick. I just washed my trainers on a 30 or 40 degree and just don't put any softener in with them so it doesn't ruin the trainer, and I do it all the time, to be fair. They still last really well. Then I've got my Flonus Club hat, which you'll be able to get your hands on very soon. Right, let's get this warm up underway. I've really been procrastinating on this run. I've got my Shocks Open Fit earphones in, which, oh, they're so good. I've got music on now and I can still hear everything, so if you're running on the road, they're really good. Oh, these hips are flipping tight. One thing I feel like you're skipping is your car activation and ankles. Like before you go on a run, just do a few ankle swivels, because there's nothing worse than like that little niggly injury. Ooh, I adore you. Got to drink. And we're on the downhill. I am so concerned for coming back up this hill. Like, God, it's steep. Right, down the incline. Okay, that was 2.6 kilometres to get down here, and I'm just looking up at that hill, like look what we've got to go up. Oh, that was all fun and games, like I was literally dancing my way down. The thought of running, it is a little cliff. I think I'm just going to try a slow jog and probably going to maybe have to walk a bit. It's so nice down here. I kind of wish I was in my swimming costume, or if I didn't have to run back, I'd just get in like this. But this is actually a nudist, there's like a nudist corner. So to be fair, I could just strip. Do I do it? Imagine if Mason came down here and there I was just nude in the sea. It looks gorgeous though. I'm actually quite surprised how busy the beach is, considering it was thunderstorming. Like, these are brave people. I felt like I was quite brave, but it's totally cleared up, to be fair. Oh, did 4 kilometres and I walked partially up that very steep hill. I thought to myself I could jog, but my heart rate went into zone 4, and I just thought, you know what, just walk. And then when it got a little bit flatter, I ran. Oh my God, this is perfect timing. I've literally just finished and I've done a bit of walking, just caught up with some stuff, some emails, and I feel so much better. Like, this morning I was getting a little bit angsty. I felt myself a bit more like irritable, and I could feel it. And half the time you just need to train, as in like that is the only thing that's bothering you. Like, you start kind of going in these spirals sometimes. Like, say if you've put off training first thing in the morning because you've got distracted, or like life has just come up, someone's called you, work stuff you've had to sort out, then you get like irritable throughout the day because you're not followed through what you said you would first thing. That was exactly what was happening, and now I feel like my life's bloody amazing, and all I need to do was just get outside and move. And I definitely need to move in a second because it looks like the thunder is about to start thundering. Can you hear that in the background? It is so dark, but it's actually quite magical. Like, it feels pretty crazy. I think because we're on a mountain here, like we're literally up in the gods, like up in the clouds. It's very windy as well, and it is probably about time I get a wriggle on. Look at that cloud. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Can you hear that? I'm not going to go near anything metal right now, but I just wanted to do a few stretching because I know I won't do it at once. Oh, I love this when I've just, like, that honestly was perfect timing. Oh my God, I can see amazing now. Oh my God, did you see that line? I haven't been in a thunderstorm like this probably since I was a child. Like, it's a full-blown thunderstorm, right? Oh. This part of the video is sponsored by HelloFresh. I was making a teriyaki prawn poke bowl, which is delicious. So this literally takes 25 minutes, and I love that HelloFresh recipes come with super simple step-by-step guides. Perfect if you're trying to try out some new recipes and you don't need to think about the ingredients. Makes it really easy as well for meal planning, and a lot more affordable with zero waste. I also love that you can get weekly subscription and you can pause at any time. So if you go away, that is perfect. For a limited time only, with my code OJarvis60 and link, you can get 60% off your first box plus 25% off for 2 months and free dessert for life. I'll pop that in the description down below. Right, got back from a run, just had a quick spruce up around here, and I'm just going to make some chicken, kind of a loaded chicken bowl is what I'm thinking. Random courgettes. You probably already know by now, but I love a, what am I gonna call them, like a power bowl. So you've just got all the flavors going on, and they never get boring either. Like it's just something that you can just mix up whatever you've got in the fridge with. This thunder, I can't get over it. The scales not working. Right, so I'm just gonna slice up these potatoes into little wedges. And then I'm just gonna weigh out my chicken breast and pop it in a bowl to season. I've been really liking turkey steaks recently. I've just run out of them. So I'm just gonna take a juice of 1 lemon, some smoked paprika, a bit of curry powder, some onion granules. Mix this around and then pop that to the side for a few minutes to marinate. Right, there's the marinated chicken. So I'm just gonna spread that. The trick is you don't want it all touching, otherwise it just doesn't cook as nice, I think. I also feel like there's gonna be something that I'll be hopefully announcing soon. So it'll be a new fitness goal that I've been toying with, but I've just been struggling to actually, not struggling, just wanted to check that I'd like and be really prepared, if that makes sense, like in a good place to do this goal. Let me know if you've got any guesses what it could possibly be. But I feel like you can tell from the way I've been training and eating, like I feel like it's obvious, but maybe it's not. So I've got my olive oil spray. I love that like every supermarket has this, whereas in the UK, I always find it hard to get that stuff. And then I'm just putting some oregano on my potatoes. I always put my potatoes in first, and then like stuff like red onion obviously doesn't take as long to cook. So that is going in. Oh, I'll pop that in actually, some courgettes before I forget. In America, do you call this eggplant? I've been trying to make more of an effort just to make sure I'm getting veggies in, because I've been a bit slack, or like it's really easy, isn't it, just to make stuff quickly. I always prioritise my carb source and protein, but it's the micronutrients. And then I'll also pop some pink salt and into the air fryer. Okay, I've showered, washed my hair. I'm just gonna spray some heat protect spray. I haven't been wearing my hair curly at all recently. I feel like I get into a good habit with it whenever I'm away. I don't know why this is. Maybe because when you're in somewhere more humid, like you just feel like it's like counterintuitive sometimes, isn't it, trying to straighten your hair? But we're gonna give it another go. By the way, that is the Weller thermal image spray. Sorry if it's a bit echoey. What I bought for my, I keep wanting to call it a flipping air fryer. Why does my brain want to keep doing that? What I bought for my Dyson Airwrap was this. It was off of Amazon, basically like a diffuser. I don't think I've ever actually used one of these before, so I'm gonna give that a whirl. We've had some hair growth, you know, recently actually. I feel like. And I've been trying not to put like as much heat on it as I can. Mason had some of this sheer moisture in his drawer, so I'll take about that much of this leave-in conditioner and then just spread that evenly like that. Da, 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 da. That is working its magic, isn't it? Like that is actually working. I probably could have done with going on a TikTok video before just going in rogue, but I feel like that's how I've seen it done. You can't go too wrong, can you really, with this? But if you have a similar hair type, I couldn't recommend. It's worth getting one of these. I've been really wondering. I feel like it just creates more of like a tighter curl, doesn't it? Like, or tighter wave. Ooh. So I've dried it, I'd say like 80%. I feel like I could do a better curling mousse because it feels a little bit frizzy. I quite like that. Like it's definitely more something. What do we think? I can't tell if I like it or not. This is it's a type of sauerkraut, I believe, or some sort of cabbage. Me and Mace have already gone through, we had like a red cabbage version of this in literally, I think like 3 days. But I really like fermented foods for just implementing into like bowls like this. Just adds a bit of texture, a bit of flavour, something different. The air fryer, and then I've got some mustard. I really need some yogurt actually. I feel like and balsamic glaze. So there it is, and then I'll have some ketchup as well. But I just love these bottles. They're just so easy to make and they never mix really. You can just change like the toppings. I've added mustard today. I normally make like a yogurty kind of sauce. Oh my God, I don't think I realised how hungry I was. Jesus, I feel like I'm hungry actually. Oh my God, the chicken's so good, by the way. Right, we are going to a food shop. So you're coming along with. You've not really been in the vlog today, actually, have you? You've been busy.
I've been so busy here. So for some reason, when I come to Spain, I get in such a good work mode. I've got more done in the last like 3 or 4 days than I have in the last 2 weeks, I feel.
It's crazy. I think there's energy in certain places of the world. And I know Spain's quite magnetic, or Ibiza is, I think it's the 2nd or 3rd most magnetic place. Wait, I've not got my seat on. Vamos! Yeah, it's been quite a productive day, isn't it? It's crazy actually, just how a changing environment just changes everything. Pepe Le Sol. I used to go to that little hair place for my hairdo. So this is my favourite yogurt. Kukakis, 0% fat. I found a lot of the Spanish yogurts are really thin, like they're almost like milk. Right, I've located obviously the dark chocolate section. This is a good selection right here. I used to love this milk chocolate when I was younger, like that was my go-to, and I would literally eat an entire bar. I remember eating like 2 of these in a really short period of time, and then the sight of them made me feel sick. Right, I'm gonna try this one. So this is cacao, 74% cacao. I feel like any more than 80% and it's just rich, isn't it? So I'll give that a try. Look at this little view actually, the sun going down. How nice. I got a BCA drink. I don't usually have these. It's not got any caffeine in, but I really fancied one. This is an apple flavour. Mason used to work with Knocker actually, and when we first met, do you remember he had like cases on cases of these Knockers? So it feels quite nostalgic whenever I have one of these. Whenever I see this as well, I think of Mason's dad. So Mason's dad was coming up to Manchester to help him work on some property stuff. Driving back down to London from Manchester, and Mason called him up and he had like techno music on, and he was driving down, is it the M1? Had Mason on speaker and had techno music on in the background. He was like, yeah Mason, those drinks you're giving me, they're like rocket fuel. Not these ones, but the other ones. And what have you picked up?
Some watermelon.
So I'm gonna put this in a glass with some ice. This was something else that when me and Mason, it feels like when we first met, we'd have these every night, wouldn't we actually? In a glass with ice. God, it's gone really pink. It'll be a really nice day tomorrow. That brings us to the end of today's video. I really hope you've enjoyed this one. I would love you to stick around by subscribing, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.